Morning student, I hope you all are fine. In the previous video, I have already explained the chapter Vocation, and in the home assessment part, I have given you some work. I hope you all have done it. So let's begin for today's work. Today we are going to read literature, the same vocation poem. It is the part 2 of the video. Here we will discuss the question answer part. So let's begin. First, making connection, they have given us the extract. According to that, we'll be answering each question. For the first extract, they have given, every day I meet the hawker crying, bangles, crystal bangles, there is nothing to hurry him on. First question is, at what time did the persona meet the hawker every day? Here children, you may find a word which you may not know the meaning. That is the word persona. Yes, so what does this word means? It means the narrator who is speaking this whole poem. Okay, but the person is not the poet. That person is someone else. Here, who is the persona? Here the persona is a small kid. The persona is not Rabindranath Tagore. Here the persona is a small kid who is just describing his journey to school and what all things he sees on his way, that all things he says in this poem Vocation. So here, at what time? I hope you remember the timing. Yes, 10 a.m. in the morning. Yes. So the answer is, the persona met the hawker every morning at 10 when he walked to school. Question 2. Why do you think the hawker was not in a hurry? Why? Why he was not in a hurry, children? Give your views. What do you think would be the answer? Yes, he was not in a hurry because he has no destination to reach. No, he has no time limit. Yes, so the answer is, the hawker was not in a hurry because he did not have fixed time to go anywhere. He roamed around the streets the whole day to sell all his bangles. Bit 3. Was the persona in a hurry? How do you know? Who is the persona, children? The kid, the small child is the persona here. Was he in a hurry? Yes, he was in a hurry. Why? Because he has to reach school on time. Otherwise, if he is not in time, he will get punishment for that. So the answer is yes, the persona was in hurry. He was walking to school and was likely to be punished if he reached late. First, you try to listen and write, children, and then if you are facing the problem, you can pause the video and from the screen you can see and write it in your copy. Okay, so we'll go to the next page. Question B, here the another extract is, he does what he likes with his spade. He soils his cloth with dust. Nobody takes him to task if he gets baked in the sun or gets wet. So here children, about whom we are talking? About the gardener. Yes. So the first question is, who was the person are talking about? About whom? Yes, the persona was talking about the gardener. Bit 2, explain the expression baked in the sun. While teaching the chapter, I told you the meaning. I hope you remember. Yes, the expression baked in the sun means getting tanned due to spending a lot of time in the sun. Bit 3, did the persona envy or pity the person he or she was speaking about? Give a reason for your answer. Envy means, children, jealous. Pity means feeling sad for the person. So what was his view? He was jealous, children. Why was he jealous? Because he is not getting that much freedom to get dirty, or he can get baked in the sun. He will get scolding if he does these things. Yes, but if the gardener is doing, nobody scolds him for that. So the answer is, the persona envied the gardener and even wished that he was one. He felt that he would enjoy staying dirty and digging in the garden without anyone asking him to clean up. Now we'll proceed with the next question. Question C. Just as it gets dark in the evening, my mother sends me to bed. I can see through my open window the watchman walking up and down. So, here my first bit question is, what could he see from his window? Yes, it is given in the extract itself. He could see the watchman. Yes, so the answer is, when the sun set, the person could see the watchman walking up and down. Question 2. Do you think the person wanted to go to bed? Why? Do you think, children, that the kid was willingly going to bed? No, he was not willing to go to bed. He wanted to be like a watchman and roam in the streets. Yes? So the answer is no, the persona did not want to go to bed. He wasn't sleepy and wanted to be outdoors with the watchman. Bit 3. What do you think the persona felt about watchman's job? So the answer is, he felt that the watchman's job was very interesting as he could be out in the dark, lonely streets for the whole night instead of being sent to bed forcibly. Now, long question. Question number 2. What are the different professions mentioned in the poem? Why do you think the persona would take up one of these instead of going to school? Okay, children, you need to remember what were the three professions. Yes, the first one was hawker. Okay, very good. The second one was gardener. Yes, and the third one was watchman. Yes, you all remember the profession. And why was he willing to take those profession instead of going to school? So let's have a look on the answer. The different professions mentioned in the poem are that of a hawker, a gardener, and a watchman. The narrator wanted to take up one of these professions because he was too young to realize the importance of school and thought that he could escape school by doing one of these jobs. Also, he did not realize how difficult the jobs actually were. He thought that the people were enjoying themselves. He's a small kid, no children, and he is not knowing the importance of school. He is not knowing the importance of education. He is feeling that all the profession that people are following, that hawker, gardener, and watchman, they are very easy. They are enjoying, but he doesn't know what are the tough situation, what are the problems which they are facing in their life. Okay, so let's go to the next one. A perspective is a point of view. The person envied the people he met every day. If these peoples were to describe the persona's life from their perspective, what would they say? Perspective means like you have a point of view about this subject. The other fellow, the other class of your, the other classmate of yours would be having a different point of view for the same subject. Okay, children. So here we are told, while reading the poem, we got to know that the persona, the kid, he was envying every profession, that if he got a chance, he would pick up any of this profession and he would leave study. But from the point of view of those professions, like from hawker, from gardener, and from the watchman's point of view, what would they be seeing the kid as? Okay, children, let's have a look. So this is the perspective of those the people. Okay, the people he met. I got so tired digging, working, carrying my heavy loads of bangles, staying up whole night every day. My job is so difficult and boring, yet I work in order to support my family. I see a young boy going to school every day. I wish I could be as lucky as him. He has no cares in the world. He must be having so much fun. playing and studying with his friends in school. So you can see, children, we find people in our life, we think that they are having such a happy life, they're enjoying their life, they got everything what they need, but it's not true. Everyone is facing hardships in their life, some in terms of money, some in terms of health. There are so many reasons. But then one should remember, whatever we are doing, whatever opportunities we are getting, we need to utilize it in the best possible way. Now you as a kid, you are the children, you are getting that much opportunity, that you have joined an English medium school, so utilize it. Okay. Next, we'll go to the appreciation part. That there today we are going to read about imagery. Imagery. Yes, imagery means, when we read the poem, did you remember, children, that while reading the poem, the poet was trying to create the images of the surrounding, of the sound, of the sights. Yes. So this is what is imagery. In this, in literature, basically we can say, this is used by poets so that it can create pictures in the minds of the readers. Whoever is reading it, some pictures could be created in their mind. Like these lines: the lane is dark and lonely, and the street lamp stands like a giant with one red eye in its head. Yes, these lines create a picture in our mind of a lane at night time. This literary technique is called imagery. Are you getting it, children? Yes, the imagination power which we are using, that images which we are creating in our mind while reading the poem or story, that is said to be as imagery. Imagery is a language in literature that produces pictures in the minds of the reader. So while we are reading it, we are creating the pictures in our mind. Okay, one more thing we need to remember, imagery is not only visual. Not just we are just creating a picture of something. No, imagery can also be used by writers to give their readers mental pictures of some sound, some touch, taste, smell, and movement. Here, did you remember that sound when the gong sounds 10? So you got the imagination in your mind that the gong was sounding. Yes. And one more was bangles, crystal bangles, the way the hawker was trying to sell his product. There also we got to know about the sound. Whenever vivid imagery is used, it makes the poem more interesting. So here, page number 58, you can find in the first box, they have asked us, we have to fill in the examples, okay, with the image of the imagery from the poem. The first one is visual imagery. Yes, visually what we can visualize in our mind. So when we read the second paragraph, see I have marked the lines. He soils his cloth with dust. Nobody takes him to task if he gets baked in the sun or get wet. So here we are imagining. Yes. Okay, so here visual imagery is done. In the last paragraph also, children, we may find, just as it gets dark in the evening. Here these lines, can you see these lines? The lane is dark and lonely, the street lamp stands like a giant with one red eye in its head. This one is my visual imagery, you need to write in that box. And the third one point is, the watchman swings his lantern and walks with his shadow at his side. The third line would be this one. Now we'll go to the auditory imagery. Auditory means, children, the sound. Yes, the sound imagery which was created by the poet. while we were reading it. Here we can see when the gong sounds 10 in the morning. So this is my auditory imagery. The second one is every day I meet the hawker crying bangles, crystal bangle. So these two are my auditory imagery. In the second bit, they have asked us to read the extract that you need to do it on your own. So here we have finished up with this video. I hope you like it.